Have you ever wondered if you're on her mind more than you think? Maybe she's giving subtle hints, but you're not quite picking up on them. Well, today, I'm going to reveal the 6 biggest signs you're in her head. These are not the obvious signs. They're the ones that most guys overlook, but trust me, they're the ultimate indicators. You see, women are fascinating creatures. They often reveal their thoughts in the smallest gestures, words, and even silences. So let's decode her behavior and find out if you've carved out a little space in her mind. She brings you up in random conversations. Here's the first sign. You pop up in conversations even when you're not around. Her friends casually mention your name, or she refers to something you said or did, even if it's out of context. This means you've left a lasting impression, and she can't help but let it slip. It's subtle but very telling. She engages with your social media. Next, pay attention to her online activity. Is she the first to like your posts, comment on them, or even share something you posted? Even if she's not doing it openly, is she watching your stories consistently? Social media engagement is the modern-day version of being on someone's mind. She remembers the little things about you. If she recalls things you mentioned weeks ago, like your favorite coffee, that random story about your childhood, or the name of your dog, you're definitely in her head. Women don't store irrelevant information. If she remembers these details, it means you matter to her. She gets nervous or fidgety around you. Have you noticed her playing with her hair, adjusting her clothes, or suddenly seeming flustered when you're around? That's not random. When someone is in her head, being near you makes her feel a little self-conscious, in a good way. She finds excuses to talk to you. Now this one is a dead giveaway. If she's texting you about the smallest things, asking for your advice on something random, or just casually checking in, that's her way of staying connected. Trust me, no one goes out of their way for no reason. She mirrors your behavior. Finally, here's a psychological sign that's hard to miss. She mirrors you. If you lean in, she leans in. If you use certain phrases, she starts using them too. This isn't just cute, it's her subconscious way of showing she's aligned with you. Now here's the thing, when you notice these signs, don't overanalyze. The best move is to keep being yourself and let the connection grow naturally. If she's showing these behaviors, you're already ahead of the game. We all know that attraction can be tricky to read, especially when women aren't always as open with their feelings as we'd like them to be. But don't worry, today we're going to break down those subtle signs that tell you you're definitely in her head. No more guessing games. Let's dive in. She brings you up when you're not around. Okay, so you know how sometimes you think about someone and can't help but talk about them. Well, that's exactly what's happening here. If she's bringing you up in random conversations, whether it's to her friends or even her family, you're on her mind. This means something you've done or said has made an impression. She's probably replaying it, thinking about it more than she lets on. If you hear your name come up unexpectedly, bam, that's the first sign. Social media is a window into her mind. Let's be real. Social media is one of the easiest ways to see if someone's thinking about you. Now, I'm not talking about the casual like or comment. No, I'm talking about her liking your photos from weeks ago, watching your stories like clockwork, or even reacting to your updates more than anyone else. This shows that she's actively staying connected to you, even when you're not physically around. If she's engaging with your content, you're in her head, no question about it. She recalls the smallest details about you. Now this one is a major key. If she remembers little details about you, things that aren't even that significant, like your favorite band, the movie you love, or your childhood pet's name, that's a huge clue. These tiny personal details are what she holds on to because she's invested in you. If she's recalling stuff from your past, she's clearly thinking about you and your life beyond just casual interaction. Her body language says it all. Next up, body language. Oh, it's one of the most powerful indicators. If she's fidgeting when you talk to her, playing with her hair, or trying to look just a little bit extra polished when you're around, you're in her head. This nervous energy means she's self-aware about her presence around you. She's trying to make a good impression, and that's a sign you're making an impact. She finds reasons to talk to you, even when she doesn't have to. Here's a big one. She reaches out to you for no particular reason. Maybe she sends you a meme that reminded her of you, or asks for your opinion on a random topic. These little check-ins or casual messages are her way of staying connected with you. If she's doing this without any real purpose, except to stay in your orbit, it means you're very much in her head. She mirrors your actions and words. Now, this last one is psychological gold. Women often mirror the behaviors of those they're attracted to. This means if you lean in, she leans in. If you're using certain phrases, she might start using them too. Mirroring is a subconscious action, but it's a clear sign that she's not just paying attention to you, she's connecting with you. Her mind is sensing with yours in ways that go beyond surface-level attraction. Now that we've gone through the 6 biggest signs, I want to know, how many of these have you noticed in someone you're talking to? Or maybe you've been the one showing these signs. Drop your experiences in the comments below, because I love hearing your stories. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any more deep dives into the psychology of relationships. Remember, it's all about paying attention to the little signs. If she's showing you these signals, you're already on her mind more than you realize. So keep being your best self, stay confident, and let things flow naturally. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep reading those signs and keep winning.